There is a 15-year-old, no, 14-year-old.
14-year-old, yep. And it's just fresh as a daisy, so it's on the screw cap. I mean, I've had the ability to taste. We used to have a little bit of a wine tasting club with. Made sure that we did a wine tasting every month. A couple of mates that we all used to kind of play rugby together. So Chris Tyrrell, obviously from Tyrrell's. There was Stuart Horndon, who's the head winemaker at Brokenwood now. Richie Doan, who's in Badgin Estate. Myself, Usher Tinkler, who's Tinkler's Wines, Paul's Rock. We always got together and brought out good. So it'd be themed dinners, or we'd look at Old Hunter.
And you all play rugby together.
And yeah, we all play rugby together.
This is union or league?
Rugby union. It's the game played in heaven. Yes. But we'd get together and make sure we got to taste these. Unfortunately, all our schedules got a lot busier, and we don't get to catch up as much as we used to. But you're sitting down and looking at 35-year-old Semillons that are under cork. Now, the colour obviously has browned a little on the wine, but as soon as you put it in your nose and taste it on the palate, and you start going, wow, the wines are just sensational. The acid structure's still there. Now, we're not going to get that problem because the majority of wines, Semillons, are now under screw cap, so we won't get that browning effect. But I don't know. I think that the skies are endless for ageing potential now, because we used to talk about 10 years old and that's the peak of Semillons. We used to be under cork. Now we're under screw cap. And the 14-year-old, 15-year-old Semillons we're drinking fresh as a daisy.
It's very crispy.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've got a lovely future to look forward to with it. The 03 Copper Zenith Sem would be my favourite from the back catalogue. The 07 is another good vintage.
03, 07?
03 and 07 for the back vintages.
And Scott's vintage was which year?
And 09. 09, we were actually talking, that's probably one of my most memorable vintages with Tempest 2 was 09 and 14 for different reasons, but 09 was a great year for the Semillons. But I mean, when we start talking about the league that we're playing in, and you know, you've got your bin 9000s from McGuigan's, which is won the International Winemaker of the Year. I don't know if I can remember how many times it's won it though now, because of the Semillons or the reasons they do. You know, you're playing in a field like that, and then you've got Tyrrell's with.
Surely. It's not very offended because.
Can you hold that up, please?
No, you can't.
So you've got the bin 9 from McGuigan's. It has a bit of a label reformat now. They've changed the label a few times, but even though the label's changed, the wine inside doesn't change. You've got that. Is there any other ones there? There's the likes of Tyrrell's. I mean, Tyrrell's are doing some fantastic single vineyard and blends. Andrew Spinazzi and Chris Tyrrell down there, just fantastic vineyards. They don't overwork the fruit too much anymore. They just let the fruit speak for themselves. Brokenwoods, Tinklers, they're all fantastic producers of Semillon. Liz Jackson, who's an amazing winemaker.
Where's she?
So she's down at First Creek.
Still at First.
She's at First Creek. So I talked about the 09 vintage at Tempest 2, and Scott was there with myself and Annabelle Holland. Well, Scott went on to do his own label eventually. Annabelle Holland was the other assistant there with myself. So Annabelle's actually the winemaker with Liz Jackson now. And it's 6 degrees of freedom, but it's a lovely community to be involved in. So, but yeah, Semillons. I'd love to. I'd talk all day about Semillons, and then we can move on to Chardonnays a little bit. But then that'd keep you away from your whiskey tasting.